Elway, Luck, and McCaffrey, all of whom went through battles like the one we'll see in this one. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down into the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. And here comes this quarterback. This entire offense is built around him. He is the engine of the entire team.
I mean, he's the leader. He's the alpha. Everybody looks towards him. He's been doing it all year long. Everybody believes in this young man. Big opportunity, big stage.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. Dropping back, it's Benedict. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Spits it out to the back. The throw to the outside is complete. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Stanford quickly to the line.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Completes it in the middle.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Rides to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
This opening drive, methodical, efficient. They'll snap it for the 9th time on 3rd and short. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
So Clemson's offense will take the field for the first time. Big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how.
Oh, they're not get free. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Yeah, the receivers got to do a better job in ball security there with all those defenders trying to rip it free, and this offense is lucky they were able to jump on it to keep possession.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. The give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Fires to the tight end. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They'll go to the ground. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
The give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Wide open downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They'll throw it on first down. Got it set up on the outside. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, that really speaks to the identity of this defense, guys. They take pride in big hits and clean tackles, but they are going to let you know they're there. And they're going to let you know for 60 minutes. I love this run defense because of the way they play the game.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. They're bringing heat. Working the middle. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
On 3rd down, going up top. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that. Sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Makes the grab on the left.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy steps. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Now they'll run the draw. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's second and 1. The hand to the running back. Still on his feet at the 45. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on second and 4. The give to the tailback. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Got 3 on first down. It's second and 7. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
The Tigers get it past the sticks.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Clemson.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's first and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield, he'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
After losing yardage, it's second and 12. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Clemson! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play, you line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds us back in the middle. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. Dropping back, it's Benedict. It's complete on the right side. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously, trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
Using the quick game. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
It is good.
That makes the score 14,
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll throw it on first down. Dumps it to the back. Zings it complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Stanford will kick it off to start the second half.
Number 19, set to kick this one away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Tigers will have it 1st and 10.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
Fast motion from the offense. The play action fake. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Clemson jumps to the line. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next game.
He's got his man. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. New set of downs after that completion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Here comes the offense on first down.
325.
He'll keep it himself. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. All down at the 38. A big pickup of 15 yards there.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Dropping back, it's Benedict. Pressure coming. Takes the easy completion. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
Brings up third down.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls off.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack from this defense. Clemson will send the punt team out. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Benedict. They're setting up the screen. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away.
Number 12, on to punt it away.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Bill.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quickly complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
42 Spider.
Leaves it with the back. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Fires to the right. It's complete.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll leave it with him. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds his man. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Release to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Witherspoon. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Back to pass, it's Benedict coming after him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. He's back to throw on second down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. He's looking downfield to throw. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Looking for more room. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Clemson. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Yeah, how about that, man? Fourth down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
Out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this.
The freshman able to get home with the sack. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Back to pass. It's Benedict trying to get to him. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week at practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
And the Clemson offense will take over.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
They're getting this guy lathered up. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They're looking for an advantage to the right. At the 20, he's got space. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets the give. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Clemson.
Nothing like stomping a guy in the teeth when you got him down. They'll try to tack on 3 more. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down.
Welcome to Columbus, Ohio. Ohio Stadium just oozes tradition and history, and somehow the intensity is magnified when they turn on the lights to open another season for the Ohio State Buckeyes. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. As we'll see, the Royals taking on the #1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Royals will put total leather to crank us up. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buckeyes offense will get the first swing of the game. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Looking downfield, it's Beebe. Pocket starts to collapse. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
That middle linebacker just wanted it more, man. He came right up the middle. He was able to beat and cross the offensive lineman's face and work his way to the QB.
They're trying to get to it. Feeling some heat. The Royals will try to pin them back with the punt. Bring it out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one.
Oh, he dropped it! They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Fires one high and deep. And he makes the catch at the 10. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Buckeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They're bringing heat. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Hand off from the shotgun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Wants to throw. It's Beebe. Pressure coming. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense.
Out 55 feet. Alert, alert.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal.
Easy. Check. Ready, go.
They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. And you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Fires the pass, intercepted. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback. Get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
He lets one fly deep. And that pass intercepted. He smashes his way through again. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Beebe. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Royals! And once he found some...
Touchdown.
It's time to make a house call.
Number 89.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll... First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Getting some heat. And his first throw here is incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Wants to throw on second down. Finds his tight end. At the 40, there he goes. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
He's got it.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. When you think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position, Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, this guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Buckeyes! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Extra point.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Trying to convert this 2nd and short. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. From the gun. Give on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Royals in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Beebe. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35.
Jackrabbit.
Looking to move it through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Third and short from the 28. Let's see if this is four-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. They'll try to run for it. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Buckeyes are on the move. They're going to ride this running back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
He's going to pass on second down. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense making its way under the field to start the drive. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
What we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into the game.
Tackled, but he has a first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Coming after him. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This is a 3rd and long. The corners are walked up tight. Give to the running back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Royals send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That last completion has him set up, 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. He's got it. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. After the big first down sack, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
It's so important to know where you are on the field. Great job, great hands, great awareness. Make sure you get that grab, possess the ball, and get that foot in bounds.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for your quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He'll take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to get to it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is extended a little far.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And the Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. The sure hands, it's Smallwood. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit them with a big run, now they hit them with a big pass.
And it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down. Right back to the well. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Now the play fake. Moving out of the pocket. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard. They picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Going up top on first down. Forced out of the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he intercepts it. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Back to throw, it's Beebe. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's, Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. The snap count is silent, it's predictable, and then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. It seems like on every snap, he is right in the quarterback's grill. Second sack of the day. And maybe Joey Bosa and Chase Young and Vernon Golston better watch out. There could be a new single-season sack record at some point. He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Just drives it between the uprights.
That makes the score. Ohio State 31, Royals 13.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Beautiful play call offensively at the perfect time. In that situation, the defense obviously expecting pass, so they sneak the draw in and gash the defense.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception. And now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Back to throw, it's Proctor. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
I think a big key to linebackers having success when they blitz is the timing. You see how perfect that timing was by that linebacker? It's almost as if he knew when the snap count was.
Lofts one deep down the right side. A full dive to haul that one in.
Wow, that is a sensational catch. And I tell you, you make catches like that deep down the field for your quarterback, he is going to go back to you again and again and again. That was a highlight play.
Back open in the middle. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Wisconsin delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense was the story here. J.J. Watt may be the standard, but it looks like there's another stud edge rusher there in Madison. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Took a shot as he threw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success or complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Gets it out fast. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Royals getting set on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Beebe. Takes the easy one to the back. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
2nd down after the offense recovered its own fumble. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
The Buckeyes get the 1st down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The run to the left. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They want to run it left here. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it past the marker. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were. Because of that, he gives up the 1st down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Running to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. He now has 91 yards rushing now here in Week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. They might try to score again. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Ohio State.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Lets it go to the end zone. And that's how you finish it off, scoring on the final play of the game. Doesn't affect the outcome, just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reed.